What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Mario B coming at you guys with our week 11 battle for the WPF, aka the World Pokemon Federation. If you did not catch our last battle, spoilers, we did win. We ended up beating the Miami Dinos, I believe 2-0 or 3-0 if I'm not mistaken, which keeps us inside the playoff race. This week we're going to go ahead and take on Sumo, coached of the Cherry Grove Charizards. Timestamp for the battle will always be in the description down below. If you guys don't want to watch the team builder, you guys just want to skip straight to the battle, no hate, not even worried about it, go ahead and skip there. But if you do want to watch the team builder, it's coming right at you right now. So as you guys can see, our matchup in the bottom right corner down below, of course we're at the top two rows, he is the bottom two rows. The third row is what I'm expecting him to bring, so I do see him bringing the Tornadus Styrian. I know that he loves to have it as a Zmon, so I fully do expect it against my team. It does have a good speed tier against me, and it does put in a lot of work against all of my team practically. Next is the Crocodile. I do expect him to come scarfed with like Stone Edge to take on my fast flying types. He can pretty much hit Aerodactyl and the Mega Pidgeot for super effective damage, along with like Earthquake just being good against my Empoleon. I know he has like I think he gets Ice Fang for Garchomp and Superpower for Persian, so very good mon against me. I do see him bringing it. Mega Scissor as well, probably like a curse set I do see coming. Can be pretty useful against me, can be pretty good. Definitely do see that coming as well. Tapu Bulu, just because I don't have any type of switch-ins to a Choice Banded Woodhammer, I pretty much have to pick a sack at that point because I have nothing on my team that wants to take that move. Toxapex, and I do know that he loves setting up Toxic Spikes, and I do fully expect him to bring that because it is a little hard for me to break unless I do bring my Garchomp. And Kommo-o, which pretty much 6-0s any variant on my team with something like Poison Jab or Iron Head, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, and Close Combat, which pretty much puts in work against all my team, like I said. And probably Poison Jab over Iron Head just because of the Chestnut. But those are the 6 that I am expecting. I can see things like him leaving behind the Mega Scissor to pick up the Miltank. I can also see things like him dropping the Tapu Bulu for the PILOSWINE. So definitely big brings on that end. Actually, if now I'm looking at my team, if he brings PILOSWINE, I am kind of weak to that, but I don't really expect the PILOSWINE, but that's a pretty good core of Toxapex and the PILOSWINE. So going straight into our team builder, you guys see it right above you. We're starting off the team with Lucifer. Been bringing him all season. He really came through last game hitting those Stone Edges, so we're going to bring him back with the Expert Belt. Max speed, max attack, pretty much to just speed type with the Jolteon. Ice Fang hits Ice Fang, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Fire Fang hit all of his team for either super effective or mutual damage. Can really serve as a good lead, which I think I might lead this just because it does pair up good against the Tornadus lead, which could go for it. And then Stone Edge is kind of hard for him to switch into, and we do I don't think we Oko a Tornadus straight out the back. I might have to double check that, but I think we might with the Expert Belt. Something like Expert Belt over Life Orb, just because I don't want his Toxapex to recover stall me and me end up killing myself. I was also contemplating Muscle Band, but the Expert Belt just did more, and this is pretty much what Lucifer's here to do, is pretty much just to come in, get big damage off on something or anything really, and just kind of weaken down his team a lot. Next we do have Big Mama here, the Clefable. Surprisingly not rocking a Wish Protect set. It's actually rocking Moonlight, Moonblast, Stealth Rock, and Toxic with max HP and max defense with the Unaware leftovers. This is my main Kommo-o check because, like I said, Kommo-o will 6-0 any variant of any team that I have. It will live in Steelium Z, Poisonium Z at about 87%, and always one-hit KO that Kommo-o in return. So that's pretty good. That's all that this all that this Big Mom was here to do. If it doesn't for some reason bring the Kommo-o, this thing can always check things like his Crook, can always check things like his Tapu Bulu, can check the PILOSWINE, can check a Barbarical if he does want to decide to go ahead and bring that. But that's pretty much Big Mama's row for the squad. Next, we're going to bring my boy LaFlare. My boy LaFlare has not let me down all season, so I've been really liking Mega Pidgeot so far. Workup, U-turn, heat wave, hurricane, 252 special attack, 252 speed. So this is to speed tie with the Tornadus. Thanks to the 4 HP, I believe I live any hit from Tornadus, including the Flyinium Z, if I'm not mistaken. Workup is for things like if I switch in on the Como, switch in on the Bulu, switch in on the Scissor, and he wants to switch out, I'm going to go ahead and work up. At +1, I pretty much do big damage to everything on this team. Even the Toxapex doesn't want to take 2 hits, it can't switch in on it. So once I get the workup up, I just start hurricane things, and hopefully that does work. Yeah, just hoping that really works. We'll see how that goes. Next, we do have my boy DT, aka the Eel Electros, rocking the Assault Vest, Acid Spray, Giga Drain, Flamethrower, Volt Switch, max HP, 100 defense, 72 special attack, and 84 speed def with a quiet nature. What this allows me to do is take hits from Kirk, can take knockoffs for days, even though I don't really want to take those knockoffs. I can always take bullet punches from Scissor with this set. I could take a wood hammer. I could take a wood hammer life orb from fully max attack Jolly, Tapu Bulu. I can switch in on his Flyinium Z, and it will only do about 21% if I'm not mistaken. I can Volt Switch out. Giga Drain is for the Crook, of course. Flamethrower for the Scissor. Acid Spray is for any switch. Acid Spray does not hit Como, so we do have to keep that in mind if it is bulletproof, which it most likely will be. Next, we have my boy Hammerhead, rocking the Ground DMZ, max attack, 176 speed with 80 HP, rocking Fire Fang, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and the Swords Dance. So this is going to be probably my switch in on the Toxapex, hopefully, if I see that he is adamant on getting up those T-Spikes. I'm going to go ahead and switch this in. I'm going to get up a dance, and then his best check to this is really nothing. Probably like a Miltank, but a fully defensive Miltank will die at a +2 Ground Dinium Z, so don't really have to worry about that. This thing can put in a lot of work this week, just really has to find the opportunity to set up safely. Hopefully I can find that opportunity. I'm gonna have to play it really slow and see when it comes up. And lastly, we have my boy Shell Shocker here, rocking the 252 HP, 252 defense with the Rocky helmet, Synthesis, Poison Jab, Earthquake, and Drain Punch. This is my main check to a Choice Banded Tapu Bulu. This does check the Mega Scissor, checks Crocodile, checks doesn't check Como as well. But I can get out some chip with it to later take it out with the Hurricane from the Flare. This also checks things like the Miltank. I can always switch in on it if he wants to go ahead and go for Thunder Wave. I don't really care. If he wants to go for Toxic, I don't care. I can go ahead and Synthesis up or hit it with a Drain Punch pretty much. And that's going to be it for Team Builder. We really need to get this win. The person who I'm competing with for playoffs actually just secured this win, and our records are tied, so we really need this win to tie it up. Then we're definitely gonna have to win next week, and he's gonna have to lose, and we can't risk that. But I'll be right back at you guys with the battle. Alright guys, we are back, and we are about to see the 6 that he decided to bring against me. And okay, so no Crook, which is really surprising to me. Also, he decides to leave Como on the bench, which does give some more leeway to my Clefable, and yeah, pretty much everything we expected except the Crook and the Como. Miltank and PILOSWINE are his options instead. So I can see the Miltank lead. Miltank lead is something that did come up on my mocks, so if he leads Torn, that could be really bad for me as well. I think that Eel can cover the Miltank. Every lead possibly. I think Eel is really good. Eel actually puts in a lot of work, so I'm gonna lead Eel here as he actually leads the PILOSWINE. Okay, so this is pretty good for us, Eel, and he's gonna go PILOSWINE. PILOSWINE can do a max of 30, while Giga Drain is going to do big damage to him. So I'm thinking about Acid Rain and then going for... Is that the play though? If I go Acid Spray... Because his best switch in this is the Toxapex, right? And max you can do is 30. I am going to need this for my Torn though. Giga Drain does how much? It does about 33 to 39 if it's spit def. If it's actually not spit def. How about if it's spit def? Sorry about that, guys. Spit def, it's gonna take about 23. So I don't think I mind that damage. You can definitely see the switch into Toxapex though, predicting the flamethrower. So I'm gonna acid spray here as he gets up his rocks. Okay, not a problem. So we'll go ahead and lower his defense harshly, even if he is the max def. Let's see what that's doing. So about half. So we're gonna go ahead and Giga Drain here. So it sucks he got up his rocks, but definitely. Okay, so he does go Toxapex here, and that does about 14%. So I think I can just Volt Switch here pretty freely, and I think this is where I go into Garchomp as he tries to set up his Toxic Spikes. So I'm gonna go ahead and Volt Switch here into my Garchomp, set up a Swords Dance, and see where that goes from then. As he goes into Tapu Bulu. Okay, so actually better for me. We can actually gauge to see some damage on that too. So let's see. Tapu Bulu. The Volt Switch did about 15 to 18. Did about 18. So looks like he does have some bulk investment. I think I'm just gonna go to the Flare here and actually go for a workup. The only problem is, if Tornadus does outspeed me, will he knock me out with a Hurricane? I'm gonna Mega Pidgeot is the question. Mega Pidgeot, he might. Actually, he doesn't. So I do think that's the play. I think I have to go into. Would that be a little bit premature? It looks like it's the basic Bulu set. Hurricane does always kill, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go LaFlare here. I'm gonna go ahead and actually work up here. So it's actually a pretty risky play. Oh wow. Oh, okay, so he's actually leftover, so he's probably sub. Let's see, PILOSWINE, because PILOSWINE kind of actually walls me. +1. Hurricane's still doing big damage. Hurricane's doing big damage. I'll go Hurricane here, just to be safe. So he'll go ahead and switch into Toxapex here. So take about 38%. Let's see what that is. Is this with def? Yep, probably fully. Oh no, it's actually not. What? Oh, Assault Vest? What? Nah. What is this? 38%. Yeah, that is gonna be Assault Vested. That's very interesting. I'm gonna go Garchomp here and see what he wants to go for. Scald hopefully doesn't get the burn. Okay, awesome. So this is fully spit def. It won't take an Earthquake, I think. Let's see. Garchomp 75 to 88. It's a roll. I can hit something with the Ground DMZ right here. It could also go Tornadus. Tornadus with the Z. Is that gonna knock me out? Let's see. Man. It does have a chance to. I could Stone Edge, predicting the Torn to come in. Yeah. Actually, Bulu's a pretty safe switch, right? Tapu Bulu as well. Fire Fang does big damage. More Earthquake? No. Stone Edge into a Fire Fang might knock him out depending on rules, so I'll go for Stone Edge here. As he stays in, this man is mad. He is mad. He's a madman. I should go for Earthquake here. Wow, is it? I say eats. Yeah, I'm playing with this too much. Do I risk another Scald Burn is the question. I don't really know if it's worth it. I'll ground DMZ. This is one of the biggest threats on my team. He knows he can live a hit. He should stay in. I'm gonna ground. No! Man, the reads. I'm gonna go for Fire Fang here. I don't even think it knocks it out. Shouldn't knock it out. Man, that's tough. I think I'm just gonna go Shell Shocker here. Man, that's horrible. That's actually horrible. And that grassy terrain, man. Okay, so not the series of plays we wanted. Definitely a good scout on my opponent's part. I'm just gonna go for Drain Punch here, see what he wants to do. As we get off about 40%, Icicle crashes, and that does about 51%. Okay, so we can definitely live another one. Is that what he wants to do? Would he want to stay on this? I don't know if he would. I don't think he would want to stay in, right? He has a safe switch into Toxapex here. Earthquake doesn't really do much. I think I'll just go Drain Punch here. Okay, so he goes Tornadus. Not a problem at all. Get off about 20%. He's not gonna Skyneam Z. He's probably gonna like U-turn here. And then, I mean, he doesn't really have a good switch into my eel, to be honest. It has pretty good coverage for everything. As he Hurricanes, doesn't do anything at all. But he does snag the Confusion, which is annoying. I'm just gonna Acid Spray here. Ooh, please land. Please land. Let's go. Let's go. We knock out the Bulu. That's a big hit. That's a really big hit. Awesome. 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 So that opens up the playing field for my Shell Shocker to come in and be defensive towards other things like the Miltank, maybe even the Toxapex. Yeah, like this, I could just go Shell Shocker here and then return. Okay, he's gonna take that Rocky Helmet damage, and I could pretty much Synthesis here for free if he does want to bring in the Tornadus, which he does. Okay, so we'll Synthesis here, and then we'll go Eel. Actually, no, Big Mama's not gonna be able to take a hit. Let's see. Against Tornadus. Yeah. Especially after rocks, should be like a 75% chance to KO. I'll go Eel. It's always a safe play as he Hurricanes, and he's hitting all his Hurricanes too, might I add. For some reason, I feel like he's gonna go Scizor. I feel like he's gonna go Scizor or the Pylo. I think Flamethrower is a no drawback play. If he does decide to pop the Skyneam Z here, let's see, Eel. Yeah, Hurricane's doing about what I expected. Z Hurricane is gonna do max of 30. Maybe he busts it here thinking he can knock me out, or maybe he knows he has to hit one more Hurricane. I'm at what? If he hits one more, I'm at 25. 25, and then Hurricane will definitely knock me out. Is Flamethrower the play? I really want a Flamethrower, predicting him to go for Scizor or the Pylo. But if he stays in, that's pretty bad for me. And most was just big damage. I don't think he lets me get off that damage. I outspeed. I can always. This is a tough play here. Last turn, I Acid Sprayed. How about the first time I came in on him? What did I do? Did I come in on him? Yeah. Once Tornadus is gone, Scissor, I mean, the flare here is looking pretty good. I think I go Volt Switch. If he goes into Mega Scissor, I can always bring in my Shell Shocker as he goes Melting. Okay. Well, that did big damage. That did big damage. I'm gonna go into Shell Shocker here. Okay, so let's see what does more to Torn. Is it gonna be Poison Jab or is it gonna be Drain Punch? Poison Jab, huh? I think I'll go for Poison Jab here. Awesome, awesome. So we're gonna get off about 20% here. If we hit the poison? Nope. Does it have a chance to poison? It does actually. I need rocks up. I can't switch this in anymore. I think I go Lucifer here. Do I take a Hurricane though is the question. I will take the Hurricane, pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and go into Lucifer right now. Gonna take that 26. Hopefully he misses. He doesn't. He hits it. No confusion. Okay, no confusion. So we're in a position right now where we can actually put in a lot of work. What's Ice Fang doing to that? Ice Fang's doing big damage. Nosy did about 33 to 39. Does that look about right? 35. Yep, that looks about right. He got a mid roll. He can't knock me out with anything, so he's definitely gonna switch. Predicting. Did I go for Earthquake? Am I a savage like that? I don't think I am. He's definitely mixed defensive on that top. So try Earthquake. What if he gives? He won't give me this. No way he gives me that. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and Earthquake here. Did about 20%. If he doubles into his, actually I can get up rocks here. I can get up rocks. Milk drink. Okay. So I can definitely get up rocks here. Awesome, as we do. And I'm predicting this thing has to be assault vested by the damage that thing that it took. So do I want this Rocky helmet off? I don't think I do. Mega Pitch, Toxapex. So I switch in my 50. I take 2 of these. I go for a workup. It's not worth it. Don't really have the best answers to this. I think I have to go to Flare here. And then, but the Flare puts in so much work at the end with Heat Wave, Hurricane. Definitely puts in a lot of work. I might have to sack off my Aerodactyl here. If I sack this off, I get a free switch into who? Yeah, I think I do have to sack off my Aerodactyl here, unfortunately. As you should go, what's called? Okay. Sack off my arrow, I bring in this, and I Swords Dance. Okay, he's definitely gonna waste his Z here. Because it doesn't kill me. Tornadus against Garchomp. Yeah, his Z will not knock me out, and he has to use it here. So I'm gonna go into Eel, predicting the Z. Okay, awesome. So we made him waste his Z here. I don't think it kills. Oh, it does. Oh, he got a crit. Yeah, I don't think the crit mattered, to be completely honest. But I do think I go to Flare here, and I think I risk the Speed Tie. 79, 76. So I don't kill unless I get a high roll. After rocks, I mean, it might die. Yeah, it might die. Has a good chance of dying, actually, the hurricane. And yeah, it just has so many bulky walls is the problem. I think I have to go and risk the speed tie and even risk the roll. I knock that thing out. He brings in Toxapex. I bring in Clefable. I weaken it as much as I can. Then I go Hammerhead. Set up the Swords Dance. But Ice Shard is definitely looking really good against me from Piloswine. Yeah, I have to do it. I have to do it. I don't want to do it, but I gotta do it. Okay, he goes to Toxapex. I probably should have worked up. Ooh, we got the confusion. That's pretty big. I want to go ahead and work up here. Yep. As he should go for Toxic Spikes. Ooh, that's even better. That's actually really good for me. Still gonna have to risk the speed tie on the Torn is the problem, but I think this kills now. Let's see. As he goes Miltank. Okay, so this should definitely 2-hit KO. Ooh, okay, so we knock it out. Awesome, awesome. So now he goes Pilo, huh? Yeah. Piloswine with the Ice Shard on my Mega Pitch. 47 to 56. I'm at 50. That's max attack, right? Adamant. What's the roll on that? No. 50%. We might have to risk it for the biscuit here. Ice Shard is a 68.8 chance to OHKO here. Yeah, I think I can definitely save this. Does it die to Mega Scissor Bullet Punch is the question. It will. It will. I think I have to risk the roll. Because it's going to die to Mega Scissors. Yeah, I have to risk it. Yeah. So, I had to risk that there. Definitely had to risk it. As it does give him a free switch into his Toxapex. I think we'll predict that and go into Garchomp. Man, that was the choke of the century. Man, such a bad play on my end. Really bad play on my end. Yeah, that was such a bad play on my end. That's gonna be GG's to my opponent. I have no way of knocking out the Scizor. Absolutely no way of knocking him out. I'll go for the Moonlight here. Earthquake, yeah. Man, that's tough. That's a tough L to swallow. Yeah, I mean, he had a free switch into his Toxapex. I'm not too sure why he didn't do that. I'm gonna go to Chestnut here. Take the most likely Bullet Punch. Yep. So Synthesis is the play here. As he gets a free switch into his Torn, and his Torn should just clean it up. As he actually goes Toxapex. Okay, so his Torn should just clean it up pretty much at the end. Once he gets everything pretty weakened. Yeah. Synthesis here. Oh, ASU Roost. Yeah. That's GG's. I think I'm just gonna forfeit here. No, actually, I think I take the bigger loss like that. So he's gonna sword dance here, as I'm gonna drain punch, get a little bit of health back. It's not gonna really matter, like I said. Yeah, I think I don't really know what I could have done better. I think maybe staying in with the Mega Pidgeot was a big misplay, but I couldn't really do anything. If I went to Clefable, my Mega Pidgeot already died to couldn't take out the Toxapex. Maybe take out the Torn. It died to Mega Scissors Bullet Punch. So I stand by the play. I definitely stand by it. Definitely just a tough matchup. So if we want to make playoffs, we need AK to lose. We need AK to lose, and then we need to tie it out. We need him to lose the next game, and we need to win our next game. But unfortunately, we do take the 3-0 loss against Somu. Regardless, GG's to my opponent. Can never be salty, you know. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like. If you guys are new watching my channel for the first time, sorry I took the L, but if you did enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.